Students, in this video, we shall discuss Lagrange's method of undetermined multipliers. Consider the volume function of a cuboid. We know that a cuboid involves three dimensions: length, breadth, and height. So whenever we have a function involving three independent variables, say f of x, y, z, whose minimum or maximum value we wish to examine, and from the physical problem we considered, we will get conditions which connect the independent variables x, y, z and call that relation as phi of x, y, z. From the question given, we get the relation phi of x, y, z is equal to 0. We know that from the concept of maxima and minima, the necessary condition for a function to have minima or maxima is obtained from the relation fx equal to 0, fy equal to 0, fz equal to 0, or we get the necessary condition for a maxima minima existence by equating the first order partial derivatives of the function f to 0. When these first order partial derivatives itself take 0 value, if we consider the expression dou f by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y into dy plus dou f by dou z into dz, we also obtain this expression takes 0 because these three terms are already equated to 0. When you take the differential of the relation phi of x, y, z equal to 0, you get the expression dou phi by dou x into dx plus dou phi by dou y into dy plus dou phi by dou z into dz equal to 0. If you multiply lambda, a parameter, to this equation and you take the sum with the equation 2, which is the expression we obtained from this equation, we have dou f by dou x plus lambda times dou phi by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y plus lambda times dou phi by dou y into dy plus dou f by dou z plus lambda times dou phi by dou z into dz equal to 0. We just multiplied lambda to this expression and took the sum with equation 2 to obtain this expression. We just added the LHS and RHS of the corresponding equations 3 and 2 after multiplying equation 3 with parameter lambda. This lambda is actually known as the Lagrange's multiplier. Now from this expression we can see that we obtain the equations dou f by dou x plus lambda times dou phi by dou x equal to 0, and correspondingly we obtain the expressions for independent variables z and y. Dou f by dou y plus lambda times dou phi by dou y equal to 0 and dou f by dou z plus lambda times dou phi by dou z equal to 0. Now considering the equations 1, that is this relation which connects the independent variables x, y and z, and this relation which is actually the first order partial derivatives of functions f and phi added and taken to 0, we obtain the values for x, y and z and lambda, which will in turn helps us to find out the maximum or minimum value possible for the function f of x, y, z. So first we will find out lambda. With the help of lambda we will find out x, y, z, and finally we examine the maxima or minima possible for the function f of x, y, z. We also get the same relations considering the Lagrange's function capital F of x, y, z given by small f of x, y, z plus lambda times phi of x, y, z, where small f of x, y, z is the function whose maxima or minima we have to examine, and lambda is the Lagrange's multiplier, and phi is the relation we obtained from the physical problem we considered. If we call this function capital F as the Lagrange's function to obtain the stationary values of f, that is to find out whether f has the maxima or minima, the necessary condition will be that we equate the differential expression d into f equal to 0, which will help us to again arrive at the set of equations given by these expressions dou f by dou x plus lambda times dou phi by dou x equal to 0, and correspondingly expressions for independent variables z and y. Let's look at an example to understand the concept. Find maxima and minima distance possible for a point 3, 4, 12 from sphere x square plus y square plus z square equal to 1. So we are given a unit sphere and we know that the general point can be considered as point x, y, z. We are given a fixed point 3, 4, 12. We wish to examine the maximum distance and the minimum distance from the point 3, 4, 12 to the general point x, y, z. So here we will be making use of the distance formula which we studied in class 12 or 10th. So this is the distance formula which connects the general point x, y, z and the fixed point, call it as capital A, 3, 4, 12. Having found this expression, this is the expression whose minimum or maximum we have to evaluate. So this is the function f of x, y, z. Whether we make a study on the square root or we take the square of this expression and make a study on it, it does not cause any change because the minimum and maximum is preserved even if we square the function, because it is the distance function we consider. So we better denote f of x, y, z with the expression without the root. That is the expression which is obtained after squaring. From the question we obtained the relation connecting x, y and z, which is the equation of unit sphere. So we may denote phi of x, y, z as x square plus y square plus z square minus 1 equal to 0. Because we are interested in the expression of phi of x, y, z equal to 0. So we just take 1 to the LHS and consider the equation x square plus y square plus z square minus 1 equal to 0. Now we know the basic Lagrange's function, which is of the form capital F is equal to small f plus lambda times phi. We write the well-defined expression for capital F, which is the Lagrange's function, using f and phi we already defined. Now we go for the necessary condition for existence of maxima and minima for capital F. To obtain the stationary values, we equate the differential of capital F to 0. That is, the first order partial derivatives of function f should be equated to 0. The first order partial derivatives of capital F are given by dou f by dou x plus lambda times dou phi by dou x equal to 0, dou f by dou y plus lambda times dou phi by dou y equal to 0, and dou f by dou z plus lambda times dou phi by dou z equal to 0. So we find the first order partial derivatives by looking at function f and phi. We know that when we take partial derivative with respect to x, y and z are treated as constants. So these two terms and the terms of phi involving y, z and 1 will be yielding as 0. So the first order partial derivative of capital F will be 2 times x minus 3 and 2 times lambda x. Similarly, the first order partial derivative of capital F with respect to y will be given by this expression. We treat x and z as constant. Hence, we have the partial derivative as 2 times y minus 4. For function phi, we have the non-zero answer obtained from y square, which is 2 times y into lambda. So, first order partial derivative of capital F with respect to y will be 2 times y minus 4 plus 2 times lambda y. Similar way, we have first order partial derivative of capital F with respect to z, treating x and y as constant. Here again we have x, z and 1 being constant. Take the answer 0 after taking the partial derivative. Hence we will have the answer 2 times z minus 12 plus 2 times lambda z. We take out the common factor and we equate the remaining expressions of first order partial derivatives to 0. We obtain 3 equations 1, 2 and 3, and from these equations 1, 2 and 3 we can directly get the relationship between the independent variables x, y, z and the Lagrange multiplier lambda. Now we evaluate the expression which is obtained by multiplying x to equation 1, y to equation 2 and z to equation 3. We consider the equation x multiplied to equation 1, y multiplied to equation 2, z multiplied to equation 3 and add up all those expressions to get the resultant expression in this format. And we can see that it involves terms x square plus y square plus z square, which can be replaced by the value 1 because of the standard equation of sphere given in the question. So it again reduces to the form 3x plus 4y plus 12z is equal to 1 plus lambda. We already know the expressions of x, y and z in terms of lambda. So we remove x, y and z and replace it by the expressions we already obtained for x, y and z involving lambda. We substitute these expressions of x, y and z involving lambda and we reduce this expression to obtain an equation only in terms of lambda. We solve this equation and we get the two possible values for lambda, which are 12 and minus 14. Having found the values of lambda, we can find out possible values for x, y and z. We obtain two sets of values for x, y and z. We call those values as points P and Q. For lambda equal to 12, we get the point P, and for lambda equal to minus 14, we get the point Q. Now we evaluate the distance between the fixed point A given in the question and the points which we already found P and Q. When we evaluate the distance between AP and AQ, we obtain the distance values as 12 and 14. So we can conclude that the minimum distance is 12 and the maximum distance is 14. The point which is at the minimum distance is P and the point which is at the maximum distance from the fixed point A given in the question will be Q.